With the X7 out, we have a new keyword called Ice Clad, and I'm telling you, that is the way to get over that mother shoto blocker with Ice Clad. What is Ice Clad? We'll talk about it. Hexeblaumon is back. Finally, this is the second copy that we've ever gotten of Hexeblaumon, but it's introducing a new mechanic called Ice Clad. Start off with the DGX Hexeblaumon. Oh man, I should make a montage of like all the names I butcher. Anyway, Hexeblaumon EX7, when attacking once per turn, if your opponent has no Digimon with Digivolution cards, draw one. This is far superior upgraded version of the Upamon that we had. Upamon, it said if your opponent has a Digimon with no sources, basically you draw one. This one is just if there's no Digimon with sources, then you draw one. So that means if your opponent has no Digimon at all, this still procs because they don't have a Digimon with sources on the field. So there we go. With Hexeblaumon, we got a new whole line of the Blucomon. This is the Blucomon from EX7. I absolutely love this card. It's very good. It's a very good searcher. So you want to play reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with Paildramon or Hexeblaumon in its name and 1 card with Ice Snow trait among them to the hand. Turn the rest to the bottom of the deck. They're actually really smart with this because the old line doesn't have Ice Snow in its trait. It's new. So what they did was they added the Paildramon and Hexeblaumon to it. So that way you could run the old line with the new one. And now the Ice Snow trait, all the new line has it as a rule, says it is considered Ice Snow. So now we're able to pick up old and new at the same time. Thought that was pretty cool. When attacking, inherit, trash the top Digivolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon. So I love that Hexeblaumon is keeping that trashing sources, which is phenomenal for the Ice Clad, which we'll talk about right now. The Snow Agumon is showcasing this new keyword Ice Clad. Ice Clad, other than against security Digimon, compare the number of Digivolution cards instead of DP in this Digimon's battle. That's very cool. So what this means is if you have the Hexeblaumon with the Snow Agumon and your opponent has a mother that's a blocker and your Agumon attacks, the mother blocks, the mother will get deleted because Ice Clad changes the rules of battling. It doesn't affect the Digimon, if that makes sense. Someone found out the hard way when I was playing in DCGO. It's exactly how I went down. I swung with the Snow Agumon and they blocked with the mother and I died. And I was like, oh, well, someone just learned something new today. So Ice Clad is very, very, very good. When attacking, trash the top Digivolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon, sourcing again 2 of the Gomamon from BT14. Start your main phase, trash any Digivolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon, then this Digimon can't be blocked, which is very good for instances of that mother in case you don't have Ice Clad. Because only the new line has Ice Clad and the champion doesn't even have it. We'll get there. Opponent's turn, when this Digimon would be deleted, you may play 1 Gomamon from its sources without paying the cost. Basically, you recycle this, which is very good. Now you're thinking like, why aren't you running it at 4 then? Well, Hexeblaumon is still lacking protection, and then the DP is at 12. Yes, it has Ice Clad. It could potentially delete any Digimon that's going to block it or swing over, but it still doesn't protect it against security. And since you guys had, since I read the Ice Clad description, it doesn't work towards the security. So I gotta give my boy jamming. I'm doing 4 EX6 Biomon that gives him jamming. I have him all the way down here because the glare, you know. So, yeah. Anyway, I like this Biomon because it is a blocker, so you can always have a blocker. Even though it's 1k, you could still stop something. But the inherit is just generic jamming. So now that's awesome. Now all you got to worry about is option cards in the security stack. That is why I'm doing 4 of the jamming. If you only want to do 2, you can go ahead and do 4 of the Gomamon and then just 2 of the other ones. You could swap these out for Otamamon, right? To that reduces the not reduces, prevents you from reducing play costs, right? That new Floodgate card that we got, you could also tech in those two. Champions, let's talk about the new, I was about to say Hexeblaumon. New Paildramon. When Digivolving, trash the bottom 2 Digivolution cards of one of your opponent's Digimon. Then, if your opponent has no Digimon with Digivolution cards, this Digimon gains jamming and blocker. It's actually pretty cool. And the Digivolving strip, which they will have a Digimon with no sources, and then you get to swing for jamming. Free chip, right? What's also good is after that, then you have the Biomon underneath, you'll always have jamming. They inherit one attacking, trash the top Digivolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon. 3 of the EX3 Paildramon. So this one doesn't have that snow trait, which the new Hexeblaumon and the new Hexeblaumon. The new Belucomon can get this because it is Paildramon in its name. So it's pretty cool if you end up playing it and both of these cards revealed. You can pick both of them up. So when Digivolving, choose one Digivolution card under one of your opponent's Digimon and trash it. Opponent's turn, when an opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards will Digivolve, increase the Digivolution cost by 1. That's actually very disruptive. It can be. And last but not least, I'm doing 3 hybrids. And you could swap this out for the Korikakumon, if that's the name, Korikakumon? Oh. The other one, that when you do Digivolve, you could stun Digimon, and you kind of do more of a hybrid package. So I'm just doing these 3. I'm like, I haven't tried the other one yet, which I will after. But this one, just when you Digivolve, trash 1 Digivolution card from the bottom of your opponent's Digimon. So again, just hybrid for game. Reason I'm running 3 is because of the searching. These do get bottom decked, and then sometimes they'll be in the security. So now you're fetching for 1 if you're only running 2. So that is why I'm doing the 3. The new Christ Paildramon, I love this card. So sick. So it has built-in Ice Clad. When Digivolving, trash any 2 Digivolution cards under your opponent's Digimon. Then if your opponent has no Digimon with sources, this Digimon unsuspends. So it works really well. It allows you to go ahead and swing with that Paildramon, right? Because now you swing, you get to Digivolve again, now you unsuspend. Then that way you don't have to worry about them swinging over you. But you won't have the jamming, which why Biomon comes in clutch. The inherit, your turn. While your Digimon has no Digimon with Digivolution cards, this Digimon with the Ice Snow trait gains piercing and security attack +1. I like it, but it sucks because the old Hexeblaumon won't benefit from this. You won't get the piercing or security attack +1. So don't really run it. And this goes over there. 2 of the OG Christ Paildramon from BT5. When Digivolving, trash the bottom Digivolution card of all your opponent's Digimon. Your turn, they inherit. If your opponent has a Digimon with no Digivolution cards in play, this Digimon gains security attack +1. So this way your opponent needs to have that Digimon with no sources in order for you to get that security attack +1. This one is obviously so much better. Round it off just for some ace. Zudomon Ace, being able to strip and bounce at the same time. And just playing it for 4 is actually really nice. And that's pretty much it for the level 5s. Not much to say on it. It's there's no key when they present new keywords, they're not gonna be as, I don't want to say that. They're good, but they're not gonna be to their full power or to their full extent till like a few sets later. And they like to do this, right? They'll kind of introduce something new and they kind of half-ass give it to you, and then a few sets later, bam, now it comes. Think of like the Lugomon when it came out, right? Same thing. Okay. 4 of, and please don't make fun of my proxies here. 4 of the new Hexeblaumon. I only pulled 1. Well, I pulled 2. The other one's an alt art. I don't like putting alt arts in the deck unless I already have one, and now I have an extra one. And then whenever you see alt arts that I have in decks, that means I have an extra one. Anyway, has built-in security attack +1, Ice Clad, Digivolve for 4, pretty hefty. 12k. When Digivolving, trash any 4 evil cards under one of your opponent's Digimon. Then if your opponent has no Digimon with evil cards, return one of their tamers to the bottom of the deck. It would have been nice if it was also their Digimon, but then it would have been busted, right? But I love that they're kind of trying to give more Digimon ways to handle or deal with tamers. Bottom decking that Shoto with this Hexeblaumon is pretty nice, but then they're just going to drop one next turn anyway. Still. Opponent's turn. None of your opponent's Digimon with as many or fewer Digivolution cards as a Digimon can suspend. This does not work against Mother, because Mother is unaffected by your effects, but that Ice Clad does work for it. So you're able to just swing and you're able to delete it. So they are still able to block with that, but aside from that, all the other Digimon cannot suspend. I don't like that it's only your opponent's turn, not during your turn. What that means is if they do have blockers, you can swing and they can block. But the way this is built is you want the Hexeblaumon to battle Digimon, because now with the level 5 you give it piercing, and you Digivolve, you strip their sources, and then Ice Clad kicks in. So that's kind of the way I feel like they're trying to make you play it. 2 of the Vikemon Ace, just for Ace, and I mean it's also very good being able to Digivolve, swing, and then you're able to delete Digimon with less sources, I believe, right? With 1 or fewer Digivolution cards. This works really well with this deck because you're always stripping sources, you're always trashing. So Vikemon is very good for this build right here. I did try the OG Hexeblaumon, but again, like I said, he doesn't benefit from the level 7s split Paladin mode Ace and Omnimon. Being able to keep swinging as long as your opponent has no sources is very good. Right, so, and the Omnimon, obviously, if you're just gonna basically a pseudo hybrid for game. Pretty much it. Don't want to spend too much time on them because the cards kind of have been out already. Tamers. 3 Joes. On play, trash any source from one of your opponent's Digimon. Your turn, when a Digivolution card of an opponent's Digimon is trash. By suspending the Tamer, you get to gain a memory. I know, I got it. Security effect. Play this card without paying the cost. The reason why this Joe is good is because when you end up Digivolving to the Hexeblaumon for 4, you end up stripping, so now you can basically play it for 3, or Digivolve for 3. 2 of the Sora and Joe, because we're stripping, hello. More importantly, if your opponent, start of your main phase, has a Digimon with no sources, you gain 2 memory. So why not? You need the memory, especially with the Hexeblaumon being at 4. We're doing the package of the Blue Mem and Mental Training. Dig deep and gain memory back. Reduce the evolution cost for the Hexeblaumon and dig as well. Pretty straightforward. Last but not least, I am playing 2 Wave of Reliability. I love this card. I really do. Trash 2 Digivolution cards from your opponent's Digimon. Then, if you have a Tamer with Jokito in its name, choose one of your Digimon. If your opponent has no Digimon with more Digivolution cards than the chosen Digimon, unsuspend it. So, I'm just going to show the Wave of Reliability play. And if your opponent has a Digimon with no sources, go to 3, 4 maybe. Even if you don't, I mean, this is why you have the blue memory boost to give yourself some memory, and of course, just being able to reduce. Anyway, you end up doing either or, going for a level 4 cost, reduce it by 2, get to swing, you got security attack +1 built in, security attack +1 as a source, so now you're checking for 3, you got jamming, so they're going to be forced to block. But you're going to have Ice Clad and you're going to have piercing anyway, so they're probably not going to block. And now you can strip 1 attacking, draw 1 attacking if you want to keep stripping. Boom, do that. You could do this, but when I have 2, I usually don't, so then I can end up closing with the hybrid for game. If I could find you, I just had you. Right, so then that way you can end up closing for game after you check 1, 2, 3. There's your 4th check and 5th check. Or you don't have any of that, right? Use this for that. Boom, go here, go to 4, and then swing. You can play this out, do another 2, swing, wave of reliability, unsuspend. You can do that, and then you can actually do this if you want, and then you can close out with Omni. So it's actually really, really nice, and you can clear through the security fairly quickly. You just need to get pieces, and like I said, you don't have protection, so if you end up hitting stuff in the security, that's option. You're kind of SOL. But I really love this mechanic. I do love this deck. I think it needs more support, of course, but it's very fun. Try it out. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys are playing in it. Something that's different. Let me know down in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.